Good morning, good morning, good morning. And what's up, everybody? And welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I'm your host, Mr. A.D. Walker, the Pusha D Grower, the motivator. We're going to have a great show today. We're discussing what men think. And you're thinking about what? We're going to talk about it all. All right, so make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Make sure you tag somebody. Tag somebody. Tell them it's about to go down. This is a pre-freestyle Friday. So we're gonna have some fun with this because we need some laughter a little bit, but we are gonna get a little serious as well. But make sure you share. Sharing is caring, and if you're part of the text community, be sure to share that text as well. Let everybody know that the brothers are on. We're having serious conversation here, and happy Wednesday. No, Thursday. My bad. I'm going backwards. Pastor's going forward. I'm going backwards. Happy Thursday. As well as happy Women's History Month. I have not said it all month long. Make sure I say that. All right. I think that's it. Got my peeps in the building. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy.
Change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come.
A co-op has to start with ownership. We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Because this is covenant.
The whole premise is that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this general possible, often invested in the legacy.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
Bam! Welcome back, everybody. Good job. Producer is on it. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning. Happy Thursday.
Yes, indeed.
On Thursday.
I'm mad. I can't get my technology to work.
Uh-oh. Tech is acting funny. The tech is acting funny.
Yeah, I keep doing that lately, man. I don't even know why I keep doing it though.
Blessings, Lisa. Thank you for being here. Blessings, thank you for sharing. Good morning, Miss Braswell. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So today, we're talking about what men think. That's so broad, very broad. So we're going to talk about, see if we kind of agree on certain habits, certain things that we do, certain perspectives. Good morning, Rollins. Make today great. Indeed. So we are discussing what men think. So keeping it light, right? Let me ask y'all this. What kind of shoppers are you? Are you a browser or are you a pinpoint, grab it, I'm out of there? Or are you ones pinpoint, going to get it? Wait a minute, never seen that. Let me look at that. Wait a minute, I've never seen that either. Let me look at that. Or are you straightforward in and out? Or does it depend on the store? Like
I don't shop.
Okay. All right. Pastor said
I'm the guy. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I hate shopping.
So Pastor don't shop at all.
Yeah, I don't like looking. I don't like browsing. Unless I'm at Home Depot. And I'm not even a contractor, handyman, but for some reason, Home Depot, I can get lost in.
Okay.
But I don't like shop.
What about you, Kaneem?
I
It's freeze.
don't know. I got issues again.
It's all right. We hear you though.
We can hear you though.
We hear you. If you hear us, we hear you.
Yeah. I shop, man. I now when you talking about for personally, as far as clothes and stuff like that,
Right.
there you go. As far as clothes and stuff like that, nah, I don't really do too much. I used to think I was GQ smooth, you know what I'm saying? But I guess once I got married, man, I kind of just laid back on my wardrobe and all that. But as far as grocery shopping and Home Depot and Best Buy, I like little technology gadgets and stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah, I still shop a little bit. But usually I didn't research what I'm trying to go get, and you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out where it's at and
Right.
when I'm going specific places. But yeah, I still do a little shopping.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm like that with the gadgets. I ain't like two main stores. Like I usually don't just go out. Like a Best Buy, I might browse a little bit, and like if I go into like a music store, like a Sam Ash or something, I can get lost in there. One, because there's not any really close, and I'll look around. So Sam Ash. So if you guys don't shop, where do your clothes come from? Where do your clothes come from?
Mine come from my wife,
Yeah,
my children,
right.
for the
Right.
most part.
Yeah, mine as well. Mine
Yeah,
as well.
like if I have in the last 5 to 7 years, I actually went to the store and got sized up for a couple of suits. So I bought like a couple of suits at one
Okay.
time.
Gotcha.
But my wife was with me.
Right.
Right. No, I take that back. I went one time by myself and got sized up for a couple of suits. And she was quite proud of me. She went with me to buy some suits, but I went once by myself.
Gotcha.
And got sized up and got a couple of suits. They showed up. I brought them home and she was like, "Oh, okay." And those happen to be my favorite suits now. But outside of that, I don't shop. My wife, when she's out shopping, she'll call me from the mall or something and ask me, "Do I like this? Do I like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, give me 2 of those."
I got you.
Yeah, that's pretty much how mine is. I used to be out all the time, man. Like I used to be at all the polo outlets, and I'll be all at the Nordstrom's, or I'll be at Phipps. I'll be, that's what I used to. Now. That's when I was single.
Right.
You can't go around looking crazy trying to catch a female. You know what I'm saying? So, but once I got married, I met my wife. She gonna be mad about this story. She we were still dating. So, and this was, I think, the first Christmas or something like that. And she had bought me a shirt, and it was like, and I ain't not saying that everything got to be name brand, but that's what I was used to. So when I got the shirt, it said like 901-2716 or something like that. And I was like, what? And that was on the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm telling you.
Like, it ain't got a name. It just got 901. I don't think I ever wore that shirt. No, I'll take that back. I wore it because she wanted me to wear it.
Right.
I wore it because she wanted me to wear it, but it wasn't my choice though. So
right.
I think from that day she always asked me. There wasn't no more surprises when it came to buying stuff.
Gotcha. She just had to learn it. Sean Rollins says gadgets online, finding the best price clothes has to catch my eye, and pricing has to be in my favor. I'm thrifty.
I feel that.
I think for me and gadgets though, sometimes I need to touch it. unless it's something I bought before. Like some things I gotta see it, because you never know what you kind of get until you get it. You're like, I thought this thing was bigger. What about let's talk about communication, right? Are you like a big communicator, or women always say when we're asked what you're thinking about, a lot of us say nothing. And are you thinking of nothing, or are you thinking of something that's just like inconsequential, like just thinking like, I wonder how that vent really works?
Oh, Jesus. I got a good story, but I'll wait till you finish.
Okay. I love it. You're even the stories. Oh, what about you, Pastor? Like, are you?
Say it again.
Are you like? He said, women always say, "What women you talk? What women you talking about?" So you know what? Don't do that, Sam. So are you the type that get asked what you think about? Because you might be watching TV, or you might be just staring, and you say nothing, or do you usually tell them what you think about, no matter what it is?
If my wife asks me what's on my mind or what I'm thinking about while watching TV,
or just period, just like sometimes you just like staring off into something, and your mind's churning, and do you kind of share? And it's not like you're holding a secret, but you're just like, it don't matter. I was just thinking about the sound at church and why was it humming at a certain point?
Anyone that has known me and has had conversation with me for at least a year knows that if you ask me what I'm thinking, I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking.
You're already telling.
See, there you go. No one has to ask me. Thank you, Samantha. Timing is everything. I'm telling you. You don't want to ask me what I'm thinking, not unless you're ready to have a full-blown conversation.
Right. I hear you, Richard. I mean, I don't know. For me, I say nothing because it's not that. I think about a lot of stuff, and sometimes I just because my wife sometimes she don't like my stories. Like if I'm about to give a backstory of stuff I'm thinking about, she don't want to hear it. So sometimes I'm like, there's nothing because it's gonna be long. Time out. All right.
We interrupt this conversation to bring you the following update and demand. Samantha, take down now. Sit down somewhere. See, she blowing me up now. Full blown conversation. She doing too much now.
All right, Kadeem. What's your story? Let me sip on my coffee while you tell this.
So what was it? Was it day before yesterday? I want to say it was day before yesterday, right? So Bree, she had went and got an ice cream bar. Now I had bought these ice cream bars probably about, I don't know, probably maybe about a month ago, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So now these ain't just regular ice cream bars now. These is Dove, chocolate, caramel, you know what I'm saying? These ain't little kid ice creams, you feel me?
Right.
So, and the box hadn't been open. So and only 4 of them come in the box. So so I see her sit down at the table real politely, and she got this ice cream bar. And I like, is that one of my ice cream bars? She's like, yeah. I said, how you get them? Mom gave me I'm looking at the wife like, how she got my ice cream bar? I didn't know they was yours. I said, if they've been in there a month, and I done asked you, did you want something? You said no.
Right.
They definitely not for children. You leave them for me. So then I asked her, I said, how many you done ate? 2? I said, she done ate half the box. I was like, what's going on? So to that part about communicating. Get to that part about communicating.
Right.
So she asked me like, what's wrong? I'm like, ain't nothing wrong. I I've not really expressed what I was thinking. Ain't nothing
Right.
wrong. But you acting all dry. I was like, dry? Really? How did you was asleep.
Right.
And then when you get up, I'm acting dry. I said, hold on. I say, hold on. So 5 or 10 minutes go by, and we watching TV, and she's like, "You sure there's nothing wrong?" I'm like, "No, it ain't nothing wrong." I'm just like I'm getting baited. You know what I'm saying? Into a conversation.
Yeah.
No, we good. Keep moving along. But you just acting. I was like, how do I act when I say nothing? I ain't done nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't gave no words and you ain't heard no sounds but me breathing, but I'm acting dry. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I don't even know what to say about that. Can we watch another show? Let's do that.
There you go. It's the way you say nothing.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. So the communication, like you were saying, like she already knew what happened.
Right.
But now that I'm acting like when you say you acting dry, how do you supposed to, have feedback to that statement?
Right.
I mean, I don't think I'm acting dry. She think I'm acting dry, but
Right.
if I say blah blah blah, then now we didn't went somewhere else. And like,
I'm going to give you all the definition of a term, an IT term, and then I'm going to give you the term itself. The definition is the fraudulent practice of sending emails purporting to be from a reputable company in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information.
Right. It's phishing.
Phishing. You were the victim of PHISHING.
Right.
Phishing.
Right.
We say, "Oh, you going fishing? You fishing for something? You fishing for FISHING."
yeah,
Even in IT, it's still called phishing.
Right.
yeah. I had the shield on for a minute though.
See, that can never happen in my house because in my house, if it's in the refrigerator, it's open game.
Okay.
Unless it's Rachel's. Rachel, my youngest daughter, will put her name on her stuff. Wow. She'll eat your stuff, but put her name on her stuff.
Wow.
And in the main refrigerator in my house, anything that I want. See, I ended up having to go out and buy me a little mini fridge.
Gotcha.
And put it in my bedroom.
Right.
I have a refrigerator in my bedroom.
Right.
So if I want something for me, it's got to go all the way upstairs into my room, into my bedroom, because if I leave it in the kitchen, it's not going to be there. So I've learned over the years, just don't even put it in there. And I can't complain because I've lived the life of what's mine is yours. If it's in the house, everyone has access to it, and they look forward to taking advantage of that if I bring something nice up in here. But if they bring it in here, they put their name on it. So, Daddy, did you mess with? No, I ain't messed with nothing. I don't mess with nobody's stuff.
I will say my dad lived by that practice. He said Rachel's a smart woman. My dad lived by that practice of what's in the refrigerator is free game. And it wasn't a lot of it. Just like I said, my brother was 10 years older, so that would never work out right because AD, right? I'm about to get to that. My dad was like that. Yeah, this is yours. This is mine. And the kids, hey dad, can we, and because I need to have a mental inventory. Okay, yeah, you can have that, just like if I was with the Dove bars, I'm like, I got 4 left, it's 2 of y'all, it's only gonna leave me 2. Go ahead. That's how I'm feeling.
So my daughters are non-dairy.
Okay.
So they found this non-dairy ice cream.
Oh,
right. And Rachel buys it like it's going out of style. right? Like she'll buy 2 boxes at a time. There's like 4 bars in there. So she buys like 8. She takes them all out of the box, puts them in a bag, and puts her name on the bag and puts it in the freezer.
Right.
So only she can eat it. Now, Brienne can eat them, but she won't because Rachel complains. Like she'll have 8 in the freezer and you can't have 1. Okay.
You can't even have 1.
You're right. So one day, I've been off ice cream for years.
Okay.
So I see this non-dairy ice cream. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty good. So I decide about a month ago, I'm going to get me a little box of the non-dairy ice cream bars. Now, the ice cream Rachel gets is made with coconut milk.
Right.
I bought the same brand and I bought the ice cream bar, but what I didn't realize is it was made with cashew milk. And Rachel is allergic to nuts. I put it in the kitchen refrigerator, in the freezer.
Right.
About 2:00 in the morning, about a month ago, Rachel sneaks into our bedroom, quietly wakes my wife up, and sneaks her into the bathroom to show her that her face is swollen and everything is shutting down because she's had a reaction because she went and got one of my ice cream bars because she ran out. So they go through, getting the Benadryl and all that and getting her back in order. And I'm wondering why she's not going to school the next morning. And my wife was like, because she had a reaction. I'm like, a reaction? Man, she's like in the middle of the night. I'm like, where was I? She goes, you were asleep. How did Rachel have a reaction and you deal with it and I'm not awake? Rachel snuck in the room. She did not want to wake you up. She didn't want you to know that she had grabbed one of your sandwiches. So she tried to keep it quiet. It was so funny because she knows how she is about her stuff.
Right.
And I decided to leave it in the main because I don't like it's no big deal. I just put it in there,
right.
Because I figured it would take me a month to eat those 4 ice cream bars.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the guilt, because of how she acts with her stuff, caused her to sneak and wake my wife up. And I'm like, you telling me this girl had a reaction and you guys didn't wake me up? She goes, "Well, I didn't want to wake you up." That's Rachel.
It's so funny, right? Let's pause for a second. The reaction, right? So for you, Pastor, you're like, man, it'll take me a month. They can have at it. And Kaneem was like, exactly. It'll be there when I want it.
Exactly. I'm like, come on. I had already priced it a month before.
Oh, man.
But anyway, yeah, so that was my little story about my little ice cream bars. So I got to make an announcement every time I buy something.
Right, Kaneem with his ice cream. He said you got to make an announcement.
Yeah, but I don't eat ice cream that often. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when I do want a treat, I just want to go in there and be like, it's there. I know it's there. And then I'm just thoroughly disappointed when it ain't there.
Right, right.
And then when I ask what happened to them, don't nobody know what to say or who did it. I'm like, okay.
I think it's the getting all of it. More bothersome. Like, if you leave me one, it's like, I thought I had more, but at least I get to indulge one last time. Like, at least I can finish. Or the empty box still in the fridge.
Yes, and that has happened multiple times.
What's funny is Rachel, but the biggest culprit in my house is my wife. Like, if I leave something, she's gonna get it.
Right.
I don't even think about it. If I go into the refrigerator and I thought, and what I thought I had is gone, I know my wife got it. Like, something like that, something special. A good example is yesterday I went out and got something to eat, and I got more than I could eat because I wanted to give my wife something.
Right.
She got home last night, and I'm like, "Hey, did you eat, lovely?" She goes, "Yeah, I just finished what you had in the refrigerator." I don't even have to say anything, because if it's in there in her mind, if it's there the next day, it's because she didn't want it.
Right.
But if it's not there, it's because she was obligated to take it. So I don't even think about it. I'm so worn down, I don't even think about that stuff anymore. I know if I leave it in the refrigerator, it's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be gone when I come back.
Wow, that sounds like my house. I don't even have to say anything. And yeah, Because her
Yeah.
thing is, once she's done, you know, like it goes in the fridge, 9 times out of 10, she ain't eating it.
Right. Samantha ain't gonna eat it once she after the first day she's done. And now my wife maybe 2 days, but Samantha the first day I learned that about her. She ain't eating. She ain't coming back to it.
She ain't gonna eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see, what else do I have? Okay, let me ask. I was trying to figure out how to shape this one, but like, how do you view your kids? And let me explain. Like, do you try to raise them past like right now situations, or do you think about what you're doing, how it's going to affect them in the future? You know, like, you know, you get upset. It's been that season in this house, probably a lot of houses, you know, and your kids are, you know, just driving you up the wall, you know, and you're you want to get to the discipline, but you want to make sure they're learning something. That's for me. I threw myself out there. Do you think about how what you're doing now is going to affect them in the future, or you kind of just like handling it so they don't make the same mistakes, if that makes sense? Am I saying that right? You know, like all of us know about when something happens or there's been consistent behavior, you don't want to fly off the handle and take your child out, basically. you're like, you know what? I need a minute, and then we're gonna take care of, because reacting in the moment, all of my energy, you're not ready for. And I don't know, like, and also, and sometimes it's all about how you grew up. It's like, I don't want to damage you, but I'm angry. I'm in anger mode right now. I don't want this moment to be a scar that you're wearing for the rest of your life. I know sometimes that's my mindset.
I think it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Because if I have been telling you this your entire life,
right,
and you do it anyway,
right,
then you're going to feel my wrath. Don't get mad at me for being mad at you for doing something that I've been warning you against your entire life.
Right.
You should expect this response, this reaction, because this is something we've talked about over and over and over again, right? Now,
he said his wife would have a serious conversation with them, record to use as evidence. Oh man. He said, right, Pastor, the same thing I told you a bunch of times. Right. I got you.
You have to accept the fact that I'm going to snap if you have been duly warned over and over and over again. So that, and again, I still think that there's limitations to, how much you go off, but, I'm not the kind of person that likes to snap. So when I do, you really need to think about what has happened.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Otherwise, I'm looking at my wife like, get your children.
Get these kids.
Yeah, because I don't always say anything. Sometimes because I feel like I have the loudest voice in the house already.
Right.
And naturally, as a father, it's going to feel like the harshest voice in the house. So I have to be careful how I react to things.
Right.
Right. Because I have girls. I don't want my girls comfortable with a man raising his voice.
Okay. Noted. See, that's my position with the boys. Get your son. Right. What about you, Kaneem? Like, how do you look at the disciplining factor in the household?
It's tricky, man. You know what I'm saying? Because being that I have stepchildren,
right,
and certain things I want to do that I don't do. Certain things that I would like to try, but I don't try. But I mean, it just depends. It is a situation, but like I said, I'm raised 2 girls, raised 2 boys. The boys is different. The girls is different. but at one point they always got on every piece of my nerve.
Every piece.
But yeah, I mean, it just depends. It's pretty much like Brother Brian said. You gotta look at the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I done had some where they was look me. In my eye it was like, that ain't gonna happen. And I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, if I put my elbow up under their chin, would that be a reasonable offense to be arrested? I don't want to go to jail for this little 9-year-old kid, but I think I could get away with it as long as But no, man. I mean, it's been a challenge.
That's serious.
Huh?
That's real talk. You do have to have that evaluation. Is this catching a case? I say it all the time. Listen, I just don't want to catch a case. I don't want to catch a case.
Yeah, man. I mean, because that's one thing about it. All of my kids, including my oldest, who was 29, they all have tried.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not
right.
Just because my stepkids and my biological daughter, but they all have tried me, and I have been very, very focused on not going to jail behind domestic violence for these babies.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, I to this day though, you know what I'm saying? It's still a challenge. I got teenagers, 14, 16, 18. You know what I'm saying? So, man, 2 of them boys, and the youngest girl, she's spoiled and don't even, but they all spoiled and don't know it. I mean, that
they don't know it, right.
That gets me a little bit too, because I'm like, when we gonna start teaching independence and get away from this spoiling?
Right.
But
it
is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
Even those days are stressful.
Yes.
It's still an enjoyable experience that I can talk about once they older. Be like, you were terrible. Oh no, I wasn't.
Right.
You was terrible. You was terrible. Your brother was terrible. Your sister was terrible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was good. We was good.
Okay. I don't think they can argue there. I think they'll know. They'll because we know what we did when we was kids. At least as teenagers. We don't know like the maybe you may not remember the 10-year-old, the 10 to 11 to 12 maybe, but you're 16, when you was feeling yourself and you felt like you knew everything. When you responded to your parents,
I feel you. I mean, they're beautiful kids. No, but as far as what I'm saying, the way that I know they spoiled,
right,
compared to all my upbringing and my peers that I hung around upbringing, definitely spoiled.
Right.
Are they? Though?
I mean,
because the generation before you would say you were spoiled.
Right.
Oh, I would doubt that part. As far as the,
you don't think the generation before you believes that you had it better than they had it?
But that's not spoiled. That's growth in time and technology and advancements and stuff like that. That when I say spoiled, like they ain't had to work for nothing. I had to work for it since I was 4 or 5 years old. I had to, work for something, because there wasn't no. My situation was just a lot different than theirs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a 2-parent household. They got a 2-parent household.
Right.
When they want new shoes, they get new shoes. They want new clothes, they get new clothes. They want certain stuff from the grocery store, they get certain stuff from the grocery store.
Right.
When I wanted new shoes, I had to wait, and hopefully it was some type of holiday coming up.
Right.
Or if I wanted something from the grocery store that was special, you gotta wait till you get to your grandma's house and hope she gonna go with her. But other than that,
Oh, you had a grandma house to go to.
I had two.
Oh,
I had two grandma house.
you
But that ain't
spoiled.
that.
You spoiled.
Nice.
You spoiled.
You should have seen when my grandma and them stayed.
No, listen. You saw your grandma.
They see their grandma too.
It's all relative, right? I mean, I'm honestly, because I'm saying you like, I had two grandmas. I ain't had one. I didn't know my grandma. I ain't even see. I think I saw her one time growing up.
Wow.
Maybe.
That's most unfortunate.
Right. So what I'm saying is it's relative, right? So what you call spoil, somebody else would call just a better opportunity.
Okay.
Because
That's
clearly, like you came up and somebody said, if you want that, you wait till you get your grandma house. Well,
Right.
if I had to wait, I sure wasn't waiting to get the grandma house.
You just waiting.
I was just waiting. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I get what you're saying, Pastor. I think I'm with Sean. I have to work and pay bills. I think I in our minds, right? And honestly, my kids grew up kind of like me. Now the only difference is me and them are way more engaging than my parents were with me.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
it's time, we realize there was some emotional stuff that we missed. So it's like we're more engaged in our kids, as far as discipline has always been discipline, but at least showing love and having fun, like, hey, family time,
Yeah.
we used to see on TV. It's like you, Pat, like we're trying to have that, we're trying to get that love and that happy here. But I think
I ain't had that.
yeah, see, and I know for you, can even in your mind, you like, if I had what you have,
Yes.
I'd appreciate it more.
And the funny thing about it, man, like my mama ain't never take me to no park. We ain't never go on no walks.
I know.
We ain't never just had no, and I'm her only son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mom was the type to tell you like, get your lazy ass up. We ain't gonna be laying around the house all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
She was one to be like, when I was 4, 5 years old, we ain't raising no punks around here. Like, you need to stop all that switching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, ain't no.
Wait. For some of our audience, you have to define switching.
Oh, right.
That means
boys with too loose in the hips.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if all you around is your mama, you emulating the person you're with.
Right.
So I'm emulating her walk.
Right.
And she saw me emulating her walk, and she stopped that right then and now.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it, basically. Yeah. But I think, like I said, because our kids have never experienced what you went through, Kaneem,
Hard times.
They have no idea how good they have it, in a sense. You understand what I'm saying?
It's just normal. Yeah, it's normal.
But that's because they have nothing to compare it to.
Right. That's the thing. And I had to realize that too. Like, they have nothing, zero to compare it to.
Like my son, when my son was here, my son can remember a time when I barely had a leg to stand on.
Right.
But he saw both. He saw, the little broken down house with wood paneling for walls. But he also saw the 5-bedroom house in a cul-de-sac.
Right.
So he had an opportunity to see in his 27 years both sides. My youngest children,
no idea.
they have no concept of, there's no way you can make them understand what life was like before they came into this world.
Right.
And my oldest girls know the difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get that. They can never appreciate it because they don't have anything to compare it to, which is why it's important that they see how other people live.
That's important too. Yeah.
Yeah. and participate. Like I try to get my children, we go on, do community outreach and stuff like that. You know, they get a chance to see children who don't have what they have, to try to show them how they can appreciate it. They still don't, but at least they've been exposed to something and they know how to pray and thank God for the life that they have. But I don't think you could ever, for a child that never ever experienced it, and to be living the way that these children are living today,
right?
Man, we need to be praying for the future.
Yeah,
seriously, because they can't handle the word no.
Yeah.
You know, and again, it's all about the upbringing. We start out getting excited about having our children and wanting to give them the things that we didn't have, and then you mess around and give them too much, and they don't know how to appreciate it. And then when you try to, when you realize, oh God, I've been spoiling them too much, you try to pull back.
Right.
You know, now you're trying to figure out whether or not you want to maintain your sanity.
Right.
Because they're so spoiled, they don't know how to act when you pull back, when you pull it away.
So they do. Our kids know that they have it good before their friends tell them they think we rich. Kids volunteer us as parents. They give their friends rides, right? Their friends rides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just, this is a small generation.
But I guess it's like teaching them, you know, like when you're doing outreach and showing those that are, I guess, less fortunate. I guess, you know, teaching them the lesson, like, listen, I know it appears that where these folks are, where we are, seems like this, but a couple of bad decisions can land you here, you know, just like that. I know in your mind you're thinking, I'll never do this or be here, but some bad decisions, not listening, not doing, will land you right here. You know,
I'm trying to tell them half the folks you know are about 3 paychecks away from homelessness.
Right. Because you know, you seem like you're far away, but you ain't that far. Not that far. Oh, and I think I think if anything we can teach our kids, that'd be the reality. All right. Do I have another one? I think that kind of covers a lot of what I wanted to talk about, what men think. If you got anything that in your mind, because I sent you the topic slightly early. Slightly, I won't say real early, slightly, that you wanted to add in there.
I think men rule the world. Men are in charge.
Right. I think we're the most responsible. Not as responsible, like out of, but we should be carrying the most weight.
Sure, we do carry the most weight.
We do carry the most weight.
Yeah, you don't see too many men out there, especially world leaders. I ain't out there trying to do nothing spectacular but blow it up.
Indeed.
Men rule the world.
There you go.
Men are in charge. Don't get it twisted.
You said no lies.
No lies detected here.
No, zero.
Everybody has a place and men lead. Period. DT.
Come on, Carissa. Men do rule the world.
Thank you, mother. Women are not in charge. And y'all don't want to be in charge.
Is that true, ladies? Do you not want to be in charge?
You shouldn't want to be in charge.
Got a couple in here.
It's quiet.
It's quiet. It's quiet. It's quiet.
Look, if we was on the telephone back in the day,
right?
You know, hung up the phone.
Start with ruling your home first.
Hey, that's the world, man. You got to start at your house.
Yes, indeed. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Oh, Keita's saying nope, she don't want to. That's what she's saying. She ain't saying men don't rule the world. She said she don't want to.
You should not want to.
Right. Thank you, Deborah. People don't understand women run things because they don't have a choice.
Right. The silence I tell you no, and do not want to be in charge. You're in charge.
Thank you. Thank you, sisters. And the other side of that message is men, do your part.
Right. Right. Indeed.
Because you do rule the world. And you need to do your part.
Right.
Period. All of us need to do our parts. I don't want my woman, my daughters ruling the world. I want them to chase their dreams, chase their goals.
Right.
Nah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Not with their personalities.
For the record, nobody is really me, but I have no desire to rule. Anybody ruling you, baby?
I didn't say men rule their women. I don't rule my wife.
Right. Right. Indeed.
I don't think for her.
Okay.
I don't tell her what she's gonna do and what she isn't gonna do.
Just want to be clear. I'm gonna have to edit the podcast. It got a little silent. I'm gonna have to cut it up. He said, and if I am with a man and have to lead, he said, I'm out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Okay. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. He said, women not in charge at the moment, but it's coming men and women in equal control lead to better policy kind of work environments.
You need to block Richard. Richard, you just got blocked.
This is sweet, Lisa.
See, that's where people get it twisted. When a man shouts, men rule the world, it's about how you interpret that. That creates the function or the dysfunction.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
All right. So appreciate you guys rocking and hanging with us on the Brothers of Legacy, where we don't stand out, we stand up. Thank you guys for sharing and being a part of this broadcast. Continue to share and join our text community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576 and never miss a broadcast. Again, we appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, Mr. Kadeem, for rolling through.
Yes, sir.
And Pastor, as always, appreciate you. And again, happy Thursday. Happy Women's History Month. And we appreciate you guys. So we look forward to seeing you guys Freestyle Friday tomorrow, officially. Look forward to seeing you here. Same time, same channel. As always, know that we love you. God loves you more. Continue to stay safe. Make great decisions. And don't drive too much. Gas prices are high.
Yeah. You ain't lying about that.
Out of control. And if you take an Uber or Lyft, make sure you tip. All right, we out. As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe.